Going live. Hi, guys.
Good morning, or good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was-
Because when I was watching JDQ's stream and Jaime went up on the thing, she's like, I just woke up and I realized that it was 7:30 where she is. She's
Right,
5 hours
absolutely.
behind me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you won't catch my ass up at 7:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know?
Like, nah, I'm not doing no 7:30 a.m. Me, I'm like, I'm up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and by 5:30, I'm making my first cup of coffee and getting the boys up ready for school at 6.
That's the thing. You got the kids. That I mean, you got to be up.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, even on weekends, though, like, my body is so damn convinced that I have to be up at that time to where on the weekends, even if they're sleeping, I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I cannot help it.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's probably why I go to sleep at like 2, 3 a.m. because I sleep, I sleep when I want and wake up when I want.
right. Yep.
But that's actually worse for you than having a set schedule. Even though
It
if you get up
is.
early, you know,
And I
it's
think they said it can make you feel more tired too, can
I
it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Let me scroll through the list here. What's going on, Becky? Jane,
Hi, Kenzie.
Lala,
None.
Dragonfly, Dicky. That's it so far.
Love
Um,
you too, Dragonfly.
Yeah, we'll get a few more people when Jorge ends his stream.
All right. Hey, Via.
So yeah, but yeah. So hopefully everybody's having a good day, a good week so far.
It has seemed like a long week already, to be honest. I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
even know why. It's literally Wednesday, and I could have slept in this morning as if it was a Friday or a Saturday. Like, the end of the week, I'm like, yes, it's over, you know?
I hear you. It's hump day. Getting over that hump is hard.
It really is, for sure. That
I
is a
feel you.
thing.
I
It's
feel you.
crazy. Absolutely crazy. I told Variety, you guys, that I'm going to, after the stream, I'm gonna post up like information on for survivors and recovery and stuff. So on the
Yeah,
community page here.
yeah.
So
Hey,
that
what's
way,
going on VS? What's going on?
at least
Let me
it'll
put.
be there. So that's what she said.
Oh, getting froggy, are we? Okay, I see you.
Mackenzie literally lives to get Froggy. She's so fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
Mm. But
Cracking
I don't know about all that stuff. I try to be a good boy.
up. He's like, I know you ain't laughing and acting like I ain't a good boy. I'm
I'll let
innocent.
you do. I'll let you do the laugh, and I'll just sit here and nod my head. You know.
Yeah, right. I'm just gonna
Mm-hmm.
agree. Whatever you
Ab-
say.
Absolutely.
It's hilarious.
Me, I got nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
with me, you get um,
You get what you get.
yeah. Like,
What
you
you see
want to know
is what
something
you get.
about me? You can, you can know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to dox where I live. Hell, come on over. I got
Right.
the AR-15 and a 9mm waiting for you.
Yep.
You want my
Exactly.
you want my record? I got 2 DWIs and a fucking assault and a second-degree charge. What else do you
Yeah.
need to know? That's my
I
life.
know. It's like, I mean, go ahead and look. Hey, Cat.
That's
We
it,
appreciate you popping in to say hi.
Hey cats, what's going on? VS, I think I said hey VS. What's up with this comment here? Froggy. Variety don't get froggy. I leap. I skip the froggy part. I just leap, you
Yeah,
know?
right.
hmm Oh boy. Yeah. Um, Jules, did you watch that video I sent you or no?
I did.
Up, up,
Yeah, and I like it.
okay.
I think it'd be a good idea for sure.
Because I mean, we rarely get to see the female side of females on the sex registry.
Absolutely.
That's It's been a
And I
very
think it's
taboo subject.
important,
hmm
I think it's important because like we said before, it's like almost as if people really view this as one-sided, that it's,
Hmm.
mostly, females become the victim, and, it's like, no, it's 100% can go either way, you know?
Yeah. Sorry, Dragonfly. I didn't mean AK. I meant the AR-15. Did I say AK? AR-15. My bad. Um,
I'm on
hmm,
my way.
yeah, you know,
That's hilarious. Oh man. So how's your week been, Variety?
SSDD,
Yeah.
nothing changes. I've been wanting to do a stream on my channel, but I haven't felt great. Um, and like I tell, people closest to me, I look okay on here, but a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times things are far from okay,
And so
you
yeah,
know.
exactly. Yep.
So, that's basically it. But I want to go live on my channel and do a few of where are they?
I know you should.
My cash words. I
And
got
if
the
I would have thought
doublers.
about it, I would have gotten scratch tickets when I walked to Dunkin' Donuts.
I usually got a whole stack of the cash words, the doublers and the regular. I usually keep like 10 of them at at all times.
Right. It's not smart though, to be
Well,
honest.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
something to do. It's fun, so.
exactly. Yep.
Hmm.
And it's like everybody else I notice gets a kick out of it too, really. Like we all enjoy coming in there, watching you do scratch offs and chatting and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's just a nice little chill spot, I think. What I mean? So
Thanks, Lala.
mine
Top prize
does
is 20
too.
grand though. Yeah.
That's
I
big enough for me.
It's got to be
Compared
a
to
night
you.
though where there's a basketball game on. The Bulls have to be playing, which they are tonight.
Oh,
They
yeah.
lost 5 in a row.
Oh,
But they got two players that have been hurt. So, and I think there's like 15 games left till the playoffs start, something
yeah.
like that.
Oh, that's crazy. What, they get hurt in the game or?
Yeah, yeah, a while ago. Who the hell's hurt? Lonzo Ball, he's been out for a while, and Alex Caruso, he broke his right wrist like 2 months ago.
No bueno.
Yeah, those are two very good guards right there, point guards.
Oh, yeah. So that's a big deal then.
Yeah,
That's
that's the second most important spot behind the center. The center's job is to really stand under that net and get rebounds, and box people out, and then the point guards are responsible for being the sharpshooters.
right.
So,
That's crazy. I could never with basketball. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a problem with seeing it in person. I even went to a Celtics game and I had a blast. It was awesome. But I have never, you know, actually like the kids' basketball games and stuff, but on TV, I just that exactly. I hope both teams have fun. It's like I just can't follow it. If I'm in person, I'm yelling out stuff and I'm like, I can't even believe I know what any of this means. But if I'm looking at it on TV, I'm just like, okay, go our team. What team we rooting for? you know,
I was
like
the same
football I
way.
can stand
Yeah.
on TV, but it is
Hockey
crazy.
is the worst to sit there and watch because they're just getting back and
Mhm.
forth, back and forth. So I'm football first.
Oh yeah, I only get into the hockey when they're fighting.
Yeah. And it's not like it was years ago, with the
No,
fighting.
I think they get in trouble now. Like they only let it go for so long, and then they're like, "Nah, like this isn't gonna keep on."
Yeah.
You know,
You
like
guys have snow up there today, Jules?
not right now. We're getting it today, though. I think they
I
said
was
later this
curious.
afternoon, but I
Yeah.
think they said coating to 3 inches in my area, so not too bad, thankfully. you know,
Yeah.
but nothing compared to the foot we had. What was it last week or the week before we got?
Hmm.
I was like, Jesus, guys, can we I mean, it was 60 degrees yesterday.
Was it really?
Yeah, it
That's
literally
awesome.
got up to 63, and it is currently 36, I think. I'm like, y'all wonder why people are getting sick. This is why.
Yeah. It's
You know,
crazy.
Yep.
It's been close to 90,
Oh
just
my
about
God.
every day, yeah. But it's not humid like it is in the summer though, which
Right.
is good, but
I was
still,
gonna,
that's warm.
yeah, and that's much better. I'd rather it not be humid and, like I could take that heat as long as it's not humid. I don't like the humidity, you know.
Hmm.
If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm literally writing down dragonfly. So don't even say the temperature. She's telling you not to say the temp where you are.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
She's like me, jealous as hell.
She knows the temp. I ain't got to tell her. She knows.
Right. It's like, I mean, well, it's just you got that nice weather all the time. I'm like,
Hmm.
it's like 40 or 50 where you are. It's like, whatever, this is cool. I can handle it. But
Hmm.
like in Massachusetts, this shit ain't nothing nice when it's like a low temperature. We're like -2, or like the next day they're like, hey, how about some 50-degree weather? I'm like,
Exactly.
okay, guys, we're going outside tomorrow and then we'll be inside for the next 2 days because we're getting snow.
What day is it? Let me look on my phone. One of these nights is supposed to go down to 33 here, which
Really?
yeah, it does go down, that, very low. Let me look at the weather map and see what day it is.
Wow, that's so
Let's
crazy.
see.
I'm just still in
Yeah.
shock that Florida even gets that. Like, just, I mean, to me, it's not that cold, but like thinking about it being Florida weather, it's like, that's brick,
Oh, yeah.
you know? That's
Um,
insane.
Saturday, it's a high of 77 and a low of 33.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's so crazy.
Hmm.
Mm. Yeah, I think we're gonna have like 30s and 40-degree weather all week, and then they said it might warm up again next week, so like 50 degrees or whatever.
Hmm.
Dickie, I have to get out of the stream and get back in the stream to give you your wrench. So I will do it today after stream. I did some last week, so after stream, because we keep getting like, random comments that are like, we don't need them in here, you know what I mean? So I want to make sure that there's always at least like 2 or 3 mods in the stream just in case. So I will definitely take care of that after stream, Dickie. I'm writing it down right now so I won't forget.
Yeah.
Because I was over here writing down like little random things for information for survivors for me to post on the community page after. So I'm trying to write it a little neater. So as soon as I'm done, you know, I can
Yeah.
actually like just post it, but I can actually read what I wrote.
Hmm.
It's like all chicken scratch because I was rushing to do it.
It's all good. All good.
So,
What's up, Elia? Sorry we didn't say hello when you came in. What's
hi,
going on?
Elijah.
Hope everything's good. Um, yeah, the weather's been crazy. Um,
I
so
really have,
right
sure.
right now it's I'm gonna say it's 87, with a real feel of 90. Um, let me say this. Saturday, I don't know where they thought I lived, but when Ryan did his live stream, and I jumped on there because I was at my cousin's birthday party slash party for graduating med school. And I was on his live, and he goes, "Yeah, Variety, we're close by you." And he goes to Jay, "How far away are we?" And Jay goes, "Oh, we're 9 miles from him." Right?
Yeah,
So I'm like, "Okay." But for one, I was at a party, that had two very important meanings, so I wouldn't just up and leave. So
yeah.
then he says where they are, and they were in Bradenton. I said, "That's 35 miles from me.
Uh,
That's not 9 miles. It's 35, which still 35 is not a hell of a lot, but
right,
I wasn't, had he texted or called me the night before, maybe I would have met up. Um,
right.
but not on the right then and there. Even
Yeah,
if I wasn't doing anything, so I don't know where they thought I lived, but they were
yeah.
off by 20 miles.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I would like to have had, though, for
Yeah, 'cause
sure.
I told Jay that you were out in Florida, before I knew exactly what area they were going to, because I didn't even think to ask. But
Hmm.
somebody else had asked me, they're like, "What area are they going to?" I'm like, so I purposely don't ask
Yeah.
ahead of time, because then it's like I'm not actually lying when I say I don't know, but people just like, "Oh, you're Jay's cousin, so like we expect you to know." So they ask me. It's like, "Oh, I don't ask for that reason, because people do ask." And I'm like, you know, don't want to be like the liar. So if I know and I'd rather not say, I'll just tell them like, "Well, I can't really tell you until they announce it or whatever." But otherwise, it's like I do feel bad when I have to not tell somebody, you know.
Hmm. Hmm. I got you. But yeah, I would have definitely liked to have met up, but that day wasn't a good day.
Right.
But I'm gonna hopefully in the near future link up with Vince of FPC because he's not too far from me.
Yeah,
Um, so that's
that'd be
definitely
awesome.
something. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna work on that. Message him and try to coordinate something sometime. So that's for
Right.
sure. You know.
That'd be so dope.
Hmm.
I would like, are you gonna go on a catch? Or are you just gonna meet up with them?
Oh no, well, yeah, no, we'll do a couch together.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. Hmm.
that would be so
Little
awesome.
bit of both, so go out by him for the day, have lunch or something, then see if we could scoop somebody up while I'm over there.
Oh yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
It's always like it's really good to be going on, like I had a good time going on the couple I went with Jay on. So it's good.
Hmm.
It is like, for me it was like I got flustered, I guess, a little, like, you know what I mean? You're just like kind of in your feels, like want to say shit, trying to like hold yourself back so they can finish the confrontation, it's like just crazy. It's like a lot of feelings, I guess, when you're going on a catch and being a survivor. It's different than being back here watching, or, you know, texting them while they're doing it or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me get my laptop fired up here because I'd like to play that 10-minute clip of that video if I could.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Um,
You made a pancake the size of your head or bigger and ate it. Oh my God, I'd probably literally throw up after like, I don't know, a quarter of that.
I like pancakes, but I don't like syrup. I'll straight
Yeah,
butter, but no syrup for me. But
right.
I'll tear up some pancakes.
My son is like that. He used to like syrup, and then out of nowhere, this past like 2 weeks, he's like, "Can I have pancakes but no syrup?" He's like, "Can you just put some of the butter on it?" And I'm like, "You want a fork or anything? You're just gonna eat it with your hand? Like, what are you gonna do?" You know?
I would
And he's
fold it
like,
up too and
"Yeah,
just eat
kid."
it. Yeah, no
Yeah.
fork.
Like, he's like,
Mm.
"Oh, I just roll it up." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Okay," like a
yeah.
little pancake roll.
What's up, Southwest? What's going on with you? Hope you're good.
I haven't tried pancakes with peanut butter dragonfly, but I have had pancakes with Nutella on it.
Oh yeah, I would do that too, but
Yeah.
they would, but not syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually made the boys chocolate croissants yesterday, and they are now fully infatuated with them. Like I just bought because I've made them from scratch before, but I didn't think they would eat them, so so I bought a thing of the Pillsbury crescent rolls or whatever, and I put the Nutella on it and then put them in the oven. And I mean, the kids went to town. They were like, "What?" Yes, Terrence, with strawberry jelly. So good. So
Thank
good. Yep,
thank
just
you, PNN for sharing us out on Discord. Appreciate that as always.
oh,
Um,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
PNN's rocks hard body. They're so awesome.
Yeah, but the thumbnail they got was of me going like this, leaning down when I was looking at the comments. So I
Yeah.
look like an idiot in this thumbnail. Oh
Hi,
boy.
Tina. Thank you for coming, honey.
Yeah, what's
Oh,
up, Cupcake? I don't think I said hi. I put your comment up there, but I didn't say hello.
peanut butter
Um,
with waffles, huh? I like waffles better than I like pancakes because I don't know. Feel like they're thicker, I guess. I don't know.
hmm
But I definitely like waffles better. So I would probably, I mean, I've even had waffles with Nutella, but I think I eat
Yeah.
everything with Nutella.
hmm
Mm. My son was like, "Mom, can you make me some toast with Nutella on it?" And I was like, "Sure." So now that's like his new thing. He like wants me to make him a Nutella Nutella toast every day. It's like, my God, dude. He cracks me up. My favorite rituals. Dickie, they all sound so good, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Is Kim Smith in here? I didn't see her. I'm sorry. Hey, Kim. Uh,
Is she? Oh yeah. Hey
yeah.
Kim.
I miss comments sometimes. So I'm going to scroll. Hey, Tina Marie. Uh, make sure I didn't miss anybody else.
Let's see.
Scroll back like 30 comments.
I know I usually just scroll all the way to as far up as it will let me go so I can see if I missed anything. Hey Jake.
Yep. What's up, Jake? All right, let me email this to myself and go find it on my laptop. And then I'll bring myself up on here
Yep.
and do a screen share. It's just a 10-minute video, guys, of a woman that was added to the sex offender registry for an incident she had. But currently, there is 800, between 750,000 and 800,000 Americans on the sex offender registry, which is not even 1% of the population. If we got 300 and say 20 million people, um, it's a very low number. And as everybody knows, there's a lot more sickos still out there. So, um, you know,
That is so
absolutely.
funny.
hmm All right, let me
It's
open another tab.
like to think about it. It's just so
Yeah.
much.
hmm
Like I said, I definitely am like curious to know like what really makes them tick that. Like I just don't understand, you know.
Yeah.
To be
So
an
true.
abuser of any type, it's like just how? How are you
Y-
okay with yourself? How do you sleep? You know, I just don't. I always say that too. Like I don't think I will ever understand, but to just kind of even look into it and see like that's one of the things I was looking at, like information wise, like any type of reports on like statistics, like how certain brains are, of the abusers and shit. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the the whole psychology piece of it is insane.
Yep. Let me try and find this. Oh, I got to get back to this guy. I didn't even know he emailed me about a piece of real estate here. All right, let me put this in
Oh,
my saved shit.
that'll
Yeah,
be good.
that's why I went to Miami.
Yeah,
I ended up going there last week. Remember I said I might have to go to Miami.
yeah.
6 hour drive. Um, let's see. Let
Hey, sister.
me
Yeah.
put this in my save gallery.
Oh, it cracks me up when Ryan says that. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Hell
That's true.
yeah.
That is so true.
All right. Let me see if I sent it to this one.
How are
Uh,
you, Victor?
what's up, Victor?
Not really, Victor. Most people just say yeah, like yeah, or yeah. I think Ryan is pretty much like the one person I know that just says, yeah, like the way
Mm-hmm.
he says it. Yeah,
Yep.
he's so funny. They did so good. Their collab, that was so good.
Yeah, I do, Kim. Yeah. Yep. Central Florida. What's up, Frederick?
Lucky you living in Florida, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Frederick.
Says this email was
Yeah,
sent.
Karen, I think a lot of people out here do, but it's more of the part of the accent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Really like, I don't know. I feel like people from out this way, I don't obviously because I live here, I don't notice it, but when I literally go into Boston, I can absolutely tell. I'm like, yeah, you must have lived in Boston your whole life, you know.
Yep. Uh,
Variety and Chris LaRoche collaboration. That would be pretty dope, to be honest.
Chris lives in Georgia now, though. He moved out of Florida, though, right?
Yeah, he lives in Georgia.
He used to live close to where I'm at. You know.
I was gonna say because I knew he either lived in Florida or was close to Florida at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've known Chris a long time. He knew me back when I had my old channel. I've known Chris for a while. Um, and I've known you for a while, too, Jules.
Yeah.
You know whose chat I was in last night? I was in Travis's chat last night.
Oh, were
First,
you?
yeah, first time I've
Almost
been in
hopped
there
in
in a
there.
long time.
That's so funny that you said that because I almost hopped in there to say hi to him because I just haven't been in there in forever.
Yep, yep. I went in there and said, "What's up?" He's like, "Where have you been?" I'm like, "Dude, I've been on the other side of YouTube for a while now. I'm somewhere trying to make a difference rather than trying to just do nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
so, you know, but he gets it. He knows how it is, you know. And he's been watching because he knew about a lot of things that took place recently and stuff. So,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Good.
yep. So he's still in the loop, just not like we are. And you know, and I want people to not misconstrue something. You may see me in chats a lot, but I don't sit on YouTube all day and just watch
Mhm.
catches. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I got my laptop right here. So I'm sitting like you see us now, usually on my phone or watching TV like normal people do,
Yeah.
and I got my laptop to my left. Most people are sitting on their phone watching a catch, you know. Because I seen some comments about people saying that I live on YouTube. That's
Like,
far from the case. It's
I think if that's the case, like we see all the same people in every stream. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like we're all there
yeah.
just being supportive, like we should be.
Hmm.
Um, you know what I mean? So it's like if they say that about one person, they literally have to say it about every last one of us. And people are out there still like we go to work and whatever, but we're still trying to pay attention, at least typing in the stream one or two times, you know, while we're at work or, you know, doing stuff like, you know, taking care of kids or going to the grocery store, but you still comment because, you know, you're supposed to be showing your support, you know. I usually will type in and say, hey, like, stopping in to leave my like because I'm busy, you know, or whatever, but I'll still type in chat periodically or post links, you know.
Uh-huh.
And see, gaming, that's another thing is like those types of comments shouldn't be made because there are situations where that is what somebody's life is because they're so, you know, they support it so much. It's not even so much like this is literally like all I have in my life. It's, you know, you have your kids, you have stuff to do.
Yeah.
However, you clearly support it on that level, which is amazing. The catchers
Hey,
deserve that, you know?
Janice and Joan, what's going on? Yeah, but when you've been watching it for say 3 years, it's a little bit different. I can understand somebody that's new, and saying, "Oh wow, I really dig this stuff," what they're doing and what the movement's about. But when you've been around it for a long time, it's there's other things in life that are going on around you that you got to be more aware of, So, mm, all right, that's me popping myself up. Hopefully, I can do this with both without feedback. If you guys hear an echo, let me know. I gotta turn that camera off. Shit. All right. This camera needs to go off. Okay.
Two varieties. Two is better than one, I guess, right?
No, you don't want two of me.
I was waiting for you, smart ass.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. It's echoing. I gotta stop talking. Shit.
See, I support the movement, but not the drama. Yeah, I mean that's true. The drama definitely gets to be overwhelming sometimes, Like some of it I know I definitely try to like steer clear of, to not have to like watch it in the chats or whatever, just people going back and forth. So it's like I genuinely just keep the chat off and watch the stream, you know what I mean? Damn, MJ, Townsend and Lunenburg, why are they locked down for? That's insane. Because they're usually like not bad things usually don't happen at those schools very much, really. Just let me know when you're gonna press play, Variety, and I'll mute my stream.
Okay. That's as full screen as it goes.
That's not too bad. You guys can see it pretty good too, right?
Well, if you're on the phone, turn it sideways, but
right.
Yeah. Are you ready for the sound, Jules?
Yep.
Okay. Let me see if I can do this.
Okay, Trin, what do you call a witch that lives in the sand? Sandwich.
Let me see your hands.
Why do I have to do hands?
Because you get syrup all over them and it makes everything you touch sticky. Go, be free. Go, be free. Let me see. Everything you touch sticky. Go, be free. Go, be free. My whole life, even when I was younger, I always wanted to be a mom.
Shit.
My whole life, even when I was younger, I was wanted to be a mom. My daughter, I mean, she doesn't know what I did, but she knows that I did something I shouldn't have. When I was
let me kick myself.
Teenager. It was my birthday, and decided to kind of have like a little party together, and we were drinking, dancing, and doing things like that, and then it ended up that the underage male and I slept together. He put his arms around me and he was like, "Well, I just don't want you to think I'm taking advantage of you while you're drunk." And I was like, "I don't think that." The next morning, his mom called me and she said, "My son hates me." And she said, I just filed against you. I got a call from an investigator, and they said they wanted to talk to me and ask me some questions. And I went, and she said if I was honest, I wouldn't get thrown in jail. I was basically told, if we go to trial, you will get 20 to 25 years for this if they find you guilty. If you take a plea, minimal time, lifetime registry, lifetime probation. I am defined under the registry when you look me up, child molestation. Actually a level 3, which is the worst of the worst.
Jump on the floor.
This is the last time that I'm going to be able to take you and your brother to the park. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
People stay on these registries and on the internet for decades, maybe for life. You have a whole broad range of crimes that are classified as sexual offenses. So it includes the 19-year-old who's dating the 14-year-old, the person who's urinating in public in the wrong circumstance, and the person who violently rapes in a sadistic way. And yet these registries collapse those distinctions and catch all those people.
This new law has forced registered sex offenders to live in these tents.
More than 50 sex offenders live here because they cannot live near where children congregate.
If I go stay with anybody, I'm gonna get arrested. If I go live with my family, I'm gonna get arrested. And if you don't get here on time, you get arrested. I never got in trouble with the law. Never got a ticket. Going out with this girl that was only 15 years old. By the time I was 19, 4 months in jail, 5 years probation, and a lifetime with the registration.
Here's the thing. Whenever people get very, very frightened, they are willing to dispense with the protections of the Constitution. That's what's going on right now with sex offenders. The media has kept everybody in an uproar. The legislatures have jumped on the bandwagon. They never lost a vote for being mean to sex offenders.
It's a race to see who could be harshest, who could be strictest, who could have the most draconian laws about sex offenders.
You can't find a more hot and button issue. The great fear among politicians is being thought of as soft on crime. Sentiment has been to err on the side of safety, even though maybe the net has been cast too wide.
An Elko County woman spending the rest of her life in prison for having a 13-year-old boy touch her breasts.
They were having sex in front of dozens of people in the middle of the afternoon.
They're on the sex offender registry.
Half a dozen students are set to face child pornography charges.
You are now classified as a sex offender. You have been kicked out of college. You're not allowed to use the internet. You're not allowed to live with your dad because he lives too close to a school. Do you think that the punishment fit the crime?
Is that my beautiful, precious baby girl?
That turned into a 80-foot zombie.
This is like almost.
Oh, there's a snake in my poop.
I've worked about 10 different jobs since I've been convicted. But then there was a spot that came open to write the paper, and I went from working at a gas station to, oh wow, I'm writing for a newspaper. Like, I'm doing something. This could really lead somewhere. And then there was a complaint. Somebody found out that I was a sex offender. They just said that we can't have your name out in the public like that. So we're gonna have to let you go. I have the skills and the personality for it. It's just that one thing stops me from moving up over and over. This stops me from being the best mom I can be. 20 years down the road when my kids are grown and I want to buy an RV and just go travel the world, I can't do that because I have to be available for probation and I have to be available to take polygraphs. And if I go to a new state, I have to register with that state. I want to show my kids something different than Oklahoma. I tell my children all the time, there's a big world out there. Let them know that when it's time to pick a college, honey, go see the world. Go do so much more than I did.
I think that you judge a society by how it treats the least among you. And I think at this point in our society, sex offenders are considered to be the least among us. If you're willing to carve, kind of a hole in the Constitution for them, you can do it for anybody.
It is as if we've taken this entire category and said, these are not human beings, we don't care about them. We put all of them on the registry with the same restrictions. And that doesn't make sense even as a public safety issue. It doesn't make sense as public policy, and it surely doesn't make any sense in terms of justice.
Yeah, that's insane. I can't even believe that. That was really good. I was super happy when Variety sent it to me last week. For sure. And that's, the truth of it too. Like I said, there's definitely always consequences to our actions, and people have thought about it, like there should be no drive that's that, like, you know what I mean? Why would you bother wasting your life, being with a child? There are grown ass people that you could have been with. Like, the hell? Now your kids are suffering and you're complaining about it, but you did that. You put them in that position.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, we get to see the female side of going through the sex offender, committing the act. For people who didn't catch the beginning of it, she was at a party, was tipsy, and slept with the underage boy. He, I believe, initiated the contact, but said to her, I don't want you to think like it. I forced myself on you, and the next day the kid's mom contacted her and said, I'm calling the police and filing a case on you. That quickly it can turn, So
and I feel like a lot of people just don't think about it like that, like seeing the female side of it. They're like, you see it in chats a lot of times. They're like, nobody ever gets a female pred, or people, it's rare. It's like, they're out there. You know what I mean? It's like women's intuition. A lot of women don't get caught because they, I feel like they genuinely hide different. They are thinking about the steps that they're taking. Not that it's a good thing, but I'm just saying that that's what makes it easier for the guys to get caught. Those guys they genuinely get to that point where they're just like, oh well, it's I'm gonna act on my feelings kind of thing, and I don't care if I get caught. But there are definitely, I feel like you have to change up they're more cautious. You have to change up your thinking, and you know, how we put ourselves out there when we're decoying, you know what I mean, in order to catch a female, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I wrote in a stream, it was either yesterday or the day before, the woman preds are usually in a position of trust or power. You know, example was a teacher, you know. For a while there, like I had said previously, you know, we've seen quite a few teachers being arrested for being with their students, you know.
Yeah.
So and a lot of states, even if a student is 18, it's still illegal for a teacher to be with them. You know, so you know, the most famous one was that one teacher, Brittany Zamora. She's all over YouTube with the video of her the day she got arrested. You know, she's a good-looking woman too. It's like, you know, like what were you thinking? You know, you can have any guy your age or legal age and above. Like why? You just ruined your career. You know, now you got a record. I mean, it's mind blowing. So.
Yeah, they do definitely. I mean, the way that they put the type of music in the back, responding to Bliss's comment, I feel like the way that they put you know, the soft music in the back, it did seem like maybe not so much like them trying to normalize it, but they were trying to guilt people to feel bad for her. And it's like, sorry, I just don't. You know, I don't feel bad for you. You put yourself in this position, you know. Unfortunately, your kids have to suffer your dumbass moves, you know. Like, it sucks because, I mean, who knows what it did to that kid? Even if the kid initiated it, you're a whole grown ass adult, you know. That's when you put your hands up, like, no, I don't fucking think so. You know, like, you're not grown, so find somebody your age, you know. It is not that hard. You know.
Jules, are you able to throw the StreamYard link in the chat? Even though I'm a co-host on here, and I can still it doesn't let me do that for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ever since you got your new one, yeah.
Right.
In case anybody wants to come up and speak on some stuff they have going on, absolutely. And I see a few Survivor streams cropping up now, and I think that's a great thing. And they're able to get people to come up. So I don't care who's hosting the stream.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm happy. Yeah, the people, and some people will take things to the grave with them, but a lot will open up, which is good too. So.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, and that's what we were saying last week too, is it's like, we need that. This community needs that, you know. So, I mean, at the end of the day, who's ever stream, you get on, or if it's everybody's stream and just continue talking about it. I mean, that's what I did. I went on JDQ's, I went on Chris LaRoche's. I did it because it's like, I feel like my story needs to be put out there. It has helped other people before, you know. So, why am I going to stop telling it, you know? And so, you know, even if you're telling it on everybody's or whatever, as long as you're able to get it out, if that's, you know, something that you want to do and you're ready to do. Like, there was a few people that have messaged in the past week and said they think they might be ready, which is, you know, that's great, you know. And as I said to them, the time has to be right for you, you know. So we're here regardless, you know what I mean? Like, whenever you're ready, you know. Terrence, I've been dealing with depression. I'm sorry, Terrence. Is everything okay?
Yeah, absolutely, Terrence. That's that's what we're here for, you know. Definitely. And you know, I deal with a lot of stuff myself, you know. Like I said, things look okay, but a lot of times they're not, you know.
We wear a smile a lot of the times because, in a way, we have to. You know what I mean? Like, I
Mhm.
know for me, I absolutely do that around my boys because it's like, not because I'm trying to, pretend that I'm tough mom, but, I just genuinely don't want them to feel like they need to worry, so I keep a smile on my face and just try to keep myself, you know, calm and at an even keel so they don't feel like they have to feel bad, like, oh, mom's sad or whatever, you know. Let's see.
Very true. Very true. You know, and I've spoken to two people who, now we're echoing now, who want to come up, and but they're just
Fully
not
ready.
ready to do it. So but that's all right. But we'll be here every week.
Absolutely.
Unless something comes up with Jules, and even if say she's not available, I will at least come on, and like we had last week. Hopefully, Jules, everything's good now with the
Yeah,
family.
they definitely, they're doing tests, more tests on them, and he'll see a
Okay.
cardiologist next week, so that'll be good. But yeah, I think it's like comforting to people. I've had a couple of people say that, and I think it's that way for a lot of people, that it's comforting knowing that it is here every week. It's a guarantee every single week. People are feeling some type of way and they, need to talk, or, maybe want to ask for advice on our experiences to help them process through something, whatever the case is, or just come in here and, hang out, and know that you can say that kind of stuff and not feel like, oh, well, now the whole chat's looking at me because I'm the only one in here talking about it, or, it's not the conversation piece,
Mm-hmm.
it is here, so it's all that is absolutely more than welcomed here. And so that people don't feel any guilt or shame, or, I hate when people feel excluded or singled out, I should say, trying to talk about it. Like they're going through something rough and they end up in a random live and they're just trying to talk about it to one specific person in chat that maybe they don't have their number or they don't see all the time in the streams. And it's like instantly the other people in chat might be condemning them for it. Like, this isn't the chat for that, or, get each other's DMs or whatever, It's like some people don't have time to just sit and talk all day either, So that might have been the right time for them,
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like, I mean, at least this is literally midweek. I think that's why I really came down to keeping it on Wednesdays, because it is the middle of the week. It's, and in between for everybody. So if you've already been going through it or you got stuff coming up that you got to deal with, at least it gives you that chance to kind of get it out,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. A drama-free place to where you could speak about anything, that's for sure. Because there's not a lot of those places, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that do streams, but they're not welcoming people to come up and speak on anything,
Right.
So that's for sure. So
Yeah. I was just like looking through all the information I had, some of the stuff I went back into online on Google, but I just looked up at the sexual assault, the facts or whatever. So it says every 73 seconds. So I didn't analyze it like that, just how many, but it says every 73 seconds an American is sexually assaulted. It says ages 12 to 34 are the highest risk years for rape and sexual assault. More than 1 in 3 women and nearly 1 in 4 men have experienced sexual violence involving physical contact at some point in their life. Um, that's so crazy. Approximately 1 in 5 women in the U.S. reported, completed, or attempted rape at some point in their lifetime. That's crazy. About 1 in 14 men was made to penetrate someone else, attempted or completed, at some point in their lifetime. 21% of transgender, genderqueer, and nonconforming college students have been sexually assaulted, compared to 18% of the non-transgender, genderqueer, and nonconforming females, and 4% of the non-TGQN males. American Indians are twice as likely to experience a rape or sexual assault compared to all races. 41% of sexual assaults against American Indians are committed by a stranger, 34% by an acquaintance, and 25% by an intimate or family member. An estimated 80,600 inmates each year experience sexual violence while in prison or jail. Victims of sexual violence who are incarcerated are most likely to be assaulted by jail or prison staff. That I probably would believe. This last one says, it says I can click more facts. This one says the likelihood that a person suffers suicidal or depressive thoughts increases after sexual violence. Sexual violence also affects victims' relationships with their families, friends, and coworkers. That's pretty insane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm clicking into more facts to see what else is on here. That's just, I'm like, some of it, I'm like, wow. You know, you don't.
Let me segue onto that real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every 40 seconds, somebody commits suicide.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you know we got to look at you know those stats with these stats because a lot of people end their life over what they gone through. You know,
Right.
so you know every time you count the 40 seconds, somebody in the United States somewhere committed suicide. That's
Yep.
mind blowing. You know,
It is. It really is. I mean, that's just, it's insane to think. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I looked up the out of the like 73, it says 68 to 73 seconds that an American is sexually assaulted. But I looked into that to see, you know, how often it is a minor. It says out of every 68 seconds that an American is sexually assaulted, every 9 minutes that victim is a child. Meanwhile, only 25 out of 1,000 perpetrators will end up in prison.
Yeah.
That is nuts to think.
Absolutely. When you dive into these numbers like that, you know, it's very mind blowing.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. It's like it takes it to a different level because, I mean, obviously we were watching and, you know, or decoying or catching and we see, you know, a certain portion of it. But to get down to the numbers, it's just, it is absolutely mind blowing to think that often it's a child that goes through it. And to know too that 25 out of 1,000 perpetrators, like what? 25 out of 1,000 perpetrators actually end up in jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. And the numbers should definitely be higher.
Yeah.
You know?
Not even 10%. That's 1/10 of the number, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of you know work to be done in that aspect of it, you know.
Right. Yep.
There will never be enough catcher groups to catch everyone that's out there doing this type of crazy stuff, you know.
Right. That's why we say too, the more groups, the better. Like, every time we hear of somebody else saying, "Oh, I want to start catching," or "I'm thinking about it," it's like, we're all cheering you on. We need it. We need it. Like, we've got to do something. And if this is what we can do to take a stand and, make a difference, then so be it. But it's clearly making a difference. I mean, we're clearly making enough noise that it's beginning to be talked about, which is exactly what we need, and even Ryan starting that petition to continue making it illegal in Massachusetts for an adult to speak with a minor. It's like, we got to start getting petitions going, start, getting into making, protests, whatever we can do, to get this notice. Like, it's a lot, Hold on.
Southwest is backstage.
Hi, Jeff.
What's going on?
How are you?
Good. As you guys probably know, New Mexico still has that really slap on the wrist for an enticement of a child here. It's only a misdemeanor.
Right.
So I'm going to need a little bit of help. I know Ryan's going to help me, but I need to get a petition done because now that I got my community page, I can put that on there and people can just see it right there and they can, I can link it right there and they can sign the petition.
Yep.
And I know they say you have to have so many, I think it's like 500 or 1,000 for it to even be seen by lawmakers.
Yeah, like 500 signatures, and then you can bring it to, I forget what the next step is after you get the signature, but Ryan does know because he's doing his petition here.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do, because Albuquerque's only about a 45-minute drive to the capital, which is Santa Fe. So once we get the petition and we get enough signatures that we think that we need, maybe even some more, just to, gravy on top, we're going to take it personally up there and walk and just go to the governor's place of business and hand it in.
I mean, that's what we said. We wanted to get together at least, we tried for last year, but obviously, with COVID restrictions and stuff, it's been tough. So hopefully maybe even this summer, but Jay and I were talking, trying to get people together in Massachusetts to protest outside of the state's office, like just going to Boston and just start protesting. Like they need to start listening, we literally need to start making more noise than we're making. Like, we're making a huge difference, huge difference. And nobody should ever minimize that. However, we need to be like up front and center and making sure that they feel, and especially like wherever you're at and people are doing protests, like get some survivors up there that will speak up. Like, I told Jay, I got no problem. I will literally tell my entire story on a speakerphone outside the state's office if I have to, if they will listen, if it will make them open their eyes, and see something different, then, so be it. But we've got to do something. Gets frustrating, that we're sitting here and we're trying our hardest to do what we can as catchers, decoys, support, like just as a community in general. And they're all just looking at us and trying to make us look like we're not doing anything or we're making it harder for them,
Yeah.
Every state should be the same though, and that's something you're going to have a hard time doing. Like a lot of times the evidence is there to arrest on the spot, and you got some jurisdictions that will and some that won't. So every state and every jurisdiction should be the same, if it's there, like a lot of times what PvP goes through,
right,
with the cops over there. It's they don't even see intent in their minds you know? Even after they look at all the chat logs and all that type of stuff, that's just mind blowing, you
Yeah,
know? But
it
you have
really.
another city that will put a guy in handcuffs in not even 5 minutes,
Yeah, and
you
I
know?
mean, it is shitty, but it's like I keep saying too, like thank God for those places that do, because I feel like at some point after the numbers continue to get higher, it will only
Mhm.
make it so other places have to listen because they're all gonna look like numbnuts not doing anything, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like it's like, that's when people can start getting up and saying stuff like, are y'all really that stupid? You see what they're
Yeah.
doing and how they're making a difference over here, or you know what I mean? Like, well, you guys sit here trying to sit and look pretty, but you really look dumb, so would you rather look stupid or you want to get up off your ass and do something about it so we can start protecting kids and the survivors in general,
Mhm.
like,
It's got to change at the federal level because states are always going to do their different things, you know?
right.
The federal level is where it's got to change. So bringing a petition really to a state legislature or governing body, I mean, is it good? Yeah, but it's not going to change the federal things that really need to be changed, in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
so
I think personally, though, if every different catchers in different states or what have you that reside there, if we all have some kind of I don't mean like a mean protest, it's a peaceful protest, in like every capital city at some point, that would be really great. I think we're getting close to being able to do that, possibly.
Right.
yeah.
That would make a big difference too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of things that we can technically do that will, make a difference, and it's just hard to figure out where, we need to do what at, so I think we definitely need to look further into it and kind of make sure that we know what we're doing. Let me see if I can block them. It's a bot.
They already got it. We still see it, but they already shot it. For
I was
us, it
gonna
doesn't
say,
show deleted because we're on the StreamYard thing. So
right? I thought I
it
did make Becky a mod. I didn't. Maybe I thought she was already a mod, but I'll give you a wrench after stream with Dicky, Becky, because I literally thought you might have already had a wrench. I did a couple of them last week, and so I'm gonna write your name down too next to Dicky's because I literally didn't.
yeah. On my
I believe
laptop, I could see that it was deleted, but we'll still see it.
I believe I told Sean this story once on a stream, but those who may not have heard it, there was the reason why we have to go higher up is, well, it's pretty obvious, but when I was in corrections the first time, I was young. It was 1998. My corporal, literally, we had just booked in 2 prostitutes, and we were both working the booking area. We were short staffed. Well, about an hour later, he asked me, he said, "Hey, can you take over the rest of the shift? I'm going to put you in charge." I said, "Sure, no problem." And I'm just, doing my thing. And I come back. He had bailed out both of the hookers and took them home. And there's more to that story, but I don't want to get in trouble. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of corruption with even low on the
Yeah,
totem pole, law enforcement.
I absolutely believe that.
It's sad, but it's there. And I
Yeah,
firmly believe, not every cop, obviously. I'm not saying that by any stretch, but I've seen maybe 2, and I don't even remember which streams or which catchers at the moment, but I've seen 2 that look like to me they may be protecting the
yeah,
pedos, just my opinion. But
right. And yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, we've said that for a while that I feel like there is definitely a reason why, some places it is just, that the DA doesn't want to take the case because they don't want to deal with it and they don't want to deal with the backlash and whatever. But sometimes it comes down to, the cops or, maybe even a lawyer or anything, trying to come at a direction of they may know a pedophile, they may be one, we don't know.
Exactly.
That they're just like, nah, like it's not worth the time, you know, like, I mean, I thought so many negative things of that, the pred that they the cop that Jay and PTI and NVCAP and them had gotten in Florida.
Yeah.
The cop that came at them sideways, like, dude, why are you gonna tell them that they're wrong? You know,
Exactly.
like there's got to be a reason. Now, whether you don't want to do the paperwork or you are doing, you know, protecting for some other, I hope not, but reason, you know, it's still raunchy of you and it shouldn't be your decision. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is your job. You are here to take evidence and arrest people who need to be arrested, you know?
Yeah.
Take
And they, you know,
I'd say
they
hands
don't
on.
have to do the brunt of the paperwork neither. They just do the intake. The detectives are the ones that do the brunt of it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say 3 words to a cop who doesn't do his or her job. It's called dereliction of duty. They can be stripped of their, oh, good Lord, I'm trying to think of the name now. Qualified immunity. There it is. They can be stripped of their qualified immunity, demoted, or, of course, fired, or worse. But dereliction of duty, when they hear that, an officer hears that, they usually perk up pretty fast.
Right. Exactly. Hey, Static.
What's up, Static?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, it sucks that it shouldn't even have to be that, you know, I mean, these catchers should not be afraid to, you know, call the police, you know, because God forbid a cop is going to act like the cop in Florida. You know what I mean?
And Kim Smith made a very good point, if I may.
Yeah.
Every catcher in every state needs to start an online petition for their state. We can sign them no matter what state we are in. Exactly. And that's why I've been taking things slower, and not a lot of people understood that. I wanted everything to be, you know, I had goals. But yeah, that's
Static is I thought Ryan had said that you have to be a registered voter for your signature to count on a legal petition.
I did not know that.
Yeah. But like you can't register to vote in that state either if you don't have an address in the state. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
So you would have to reside. I think that's why Ryan said, I mean, you can sign the one from Massachusetts. However, you can't, might not count. Like they may not count it because if you don't live in Massachusetts and you don't vote, then so yeah, I mean, you can, as long as it's in your state, you know, register to vote. Absolutely. You know, even if you're not voting, register to vote so you can sign these petitions. You know what I
If
mean?
you can, you know, there's a lot of people who got in trouble in the past who are good people now, but because of the felonies they have, they can't vote. That's also a big problem too. That'll keep the numbers down, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I mean, I'm a convicted felon. I haven't been told I can't vote, but still, you know, I'm a completely different person. So if I was told I couldn't vote, I would be pretty salty about it. You know, like it's wrong. You know, they, as a felon, if they're still committing felonies or they're currently locked up or whatever, okay, I could see that. Fine, you know, whatever. But like people who have changed their lives around, you know, and have done what they can to change so that they can have a real life back. I mean, what's really the harm in that? You know, and it's not like you have to immediately allow somebody who's been, you know, out of prison for 2 weeks the right to vote. But I mean, I've been out of prison for 8 years, almost 9 years this August. So, you know, you know what I mean? So if they had told me I couldn't vote, I would be pretty pissed off if I still wasn't allowed to 9 years later.
Yeah, we're pretty much tainted for life. That's what it comes down to.
Exactly.
Which is ridiculous. I have not been put in handcuffs since 2010. I have not been put in handcuffs since 2010. That is 12 years. But till the day I die, my vote does not matter. You know what I'm saying? Like on a legal aspect.
Right.
I had a friend that he literally he was being charged for murder. It was self-defense. And So a long story short is he got out of the he did go to jail for a while in between trials, but what they did say was now after he had that incident, it still went on his record, but it was a lesser charge. But I
Yep.
know that 10 years later he was able to get all of his rights back, his voting rights, firearms, all that back. So I don't know if that's the same thing in every state or not.
Yeah, I mean, I know I can't have well, I'm not legally supposed to have a firearm because I'm a convicted felon.
Yeah.
They say, like, I called the Department of Justice to see how long I have to wait before I can kind of like at least seal my felonies so I can
Yeah.
carry.
Mhm.
But I think I called like maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't know, but I think she told me it was gonna be like another 5 or 7 years. But
Wow.
like, yeah, when you're just in trouble, or you're not an actual convicted felon, but maybe have had cases or whatever, they can close them out in like 5 years or whatever. They can seal your records, but you have to call the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
However, if you've been convicted of a felony, then I think depending on, I forget how she explained it to me, like depending on what the felony is, time served, like how many felonies you have, that sort of thing will determine on how many years before they'll
Mhm.
actually seal it.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so she told me like either another 5 or 7 years. So I'm just gonna ask again in another like 3 or 4 years and see where I'm at. Because my dad and my brother are both concealed carries, and they hate that I'm in my apartment, just me and my two young sons. But I'm like, I mean, I'm not genuinely afraid because I've fought guys growing up. I don't really give a shit. I will literally go toe to toe with anybody. I don't care. But like, especially to protect my kids. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, like, let's say I have a weapon in my house and I have to, if I have to use it, like, I'm going to be in more trouble because I'm a felon and, having a firearm. You know what I mean? When I'm just defending myself and protecting my kids, so it is kind of like shitty, when it comes down to it, but it's everybody's case differs.
Are you allowed to carry pepper ball guns or pepper spray, pepper gel up there if you're
Yeah.
convicted?
Oh, yeah, you can carry pepper spray. I don't think it's pepper gel that you're allowed to have, but pepper spray I could have. Yeah. Yep. They after I think it was after I got out. After I got out of prison, I had asked about still being able to have it, and they told me it was fine as long as I didn't get arrested and whatever, and having it on me with my charges already. So I mean, I'm like, I just don't plan on getting in trouble, so
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have pretty decent laws for being a more different state, I guess. Instead of saying getting into politics, obviously not going to do that. But we have pretty good laws. We can carry as much as we want, however kind we want. I got several Sabre Red gel, which actually the gel's better here because we're in the windy season now. And if you, I've happened before. I went to go spray somebody working security years ago, and it flew back in my eyes.
Oh,
But the
damn.
gel, it's really good with the gel, and also the one I got too. It dyes their skin and hair green or bluish green for 2 days.
See, that's
So
good. Because it's like, I mean, if say you're spraying a pred or whatever, and he happens to get away,
yep.
It saved that little girl that one time. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but she was at her bus stop waiting, I guess, for the bus, and some guy tried to kidnap her, and she sprayed him, and I guess because it dyed his face blue, they were able to find the guy, thankfully.
Yeah.
And she got away. She was fighting and kicking and screaming and stuff, but he also got away. So, but they ended up catching him, I think, like the next day or something, and he still had blue dye on his face.
Oh my goodness. I have to send you and Sean, both of you, something that we got like a news link yesterday. I don't want to say it, but I'll send it to you guys at some point. You have to read it. It's kind of cringy, but we'll see how it goes.
Right. Yeah, that would be cool.
Only 2 states is pepper spray not legal in.
Oh, really?
I just looked it up. But and stun guns and tasers as well, because the laws vary by state to state. But like pepper spray, for instance, some people, even if it touches the skin, not even their eyes, touches their skin, they will get affected by it. And some people, it doesn't affect them at all.
Yeah.
So those, I mean, no matter what you have, you got to be careful. Just like I was watching a cops episode, and the cop tasered the guy ripped the prongs out and freaking went after the cop. So then he's got to resort to deadly force. So it doesn't work for everybody. I know everybody's seen that PvP clip, which was great. And that guy came back with a 10-inch knife and encountered irate. I don't know how that confrontation went, but he was able to get a picture of the knife. So it's a very risky area to be in.
Yeah.
So.
Terrence, you have a good point for Jules. I'm thinking of other people as I'm thinking of Jules with her situation. But yes, I was going to say that bear spray. It comes in that huge, container, very powerful, and of course, keep it out of reach of children, all that good stuff. But yeah, get a big bottle of that in your home.
Right. Yep.
For the house,
Absolutely.
yeah. I think the carry ones, the ones in a lot of states, you're only allowed to carry that small one, the 2.5 ounce one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's got to be like one of those little travel size things. Yeah.
Yeah. In a lot of states,
I think
they
they
don't
say the
allow it.
rule of thumb with that is like if you can carry it on a plane, like the size, if you can carry it on the plane, then then you can carry it in your pocket. But it's like I didn't even think about that because I'm like I've flown, while it was last year, or the year before. So I wouldn't remember, what size of like they allow you to bring of like shampoo and stuff, like anything liquid form. It can only be so many ounces, but
like 1.5 fluid ounces or something.
Yeah, it's like Jesus. I'm like, well, all right, I guess that helps to remember, what size you can carry.
That's like one squirt too. Those little bottles,
Basically.
one time use, I think.
Yeah. It's like if I'm lucky and I shake it long enough, I might get 2 uses out of it.
And you need to test it too. Yeah,
Right.
you need to
Like,
test
break
it to
the
make sure the
can.
shit's gonna work, and when it's go time. So
Yeah, exactly. Start breaking the can, like whipping it at them like it's holy water or something. Just shooting it.
That's funny. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's
Hey,
so
Sean,
crazy.
what 2 states didn't allow pepper spray?
I just let me see, because I just counted the states that allow it, and it just listed them. So it'd be hard to differentiate the two. Let's see. But New Mexico is on the list of allowed.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say not allowed. I'm like, what? Really?
No, I have a concealed carry here. I've had it.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I was like, wait, what?
Those western states are more gun friendly.
Except for California.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, I don't see Massachusetts on here, so no, I do. I'm sorry. I see Massachusetts and Maine. Let me reverse Google search this and go back to the other list. All pepper spray laws.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Maryland or possibly Rhode Island. They seem to be very different when it comes
Yeah,
to
I was gonna say I feel like Rhode Island I could see too, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean Maryland, I don't know why. Maybe I just don't think Maryland so much just because I think like Baltimore. I don't know.
yeah. It's such a high crime city, but you would think that they would give people the right to protect themselves. Just like here, the only reason why we got to concealed carry 20 years ago or so past, my ex-wife worked for the lawmaker. They owned a veterinarian clinic, the animal hospital, and they went in and within a couple of years, it finally got passed. And you do have to do the backgrounds and which you should, the training and the shooting and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's the way to go. Because before that, we had open carry here, and I would carry open, and it drew more attention, unwanted attention than I wanted. So I was thankful to get the concealed.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Pepper spray laws by state. Let me see. See if I could bring up a different list. Because it lumps like pepper spray in with like the taser laws because they consider those both non-lethal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of confusing me here because some states they allow pepper spray, but they don't allow a damn taser.
Right. Yeah,
Isn't
because
that weird?
I think you're not allowed
Yeah.
to taser here in Massachusetts. Well,
Yeah.
And the
technically,
weird thing of it is, I get my tasers from California online,
Mhm.
and I recommend everybody, if you go on eBay, get them for
Mhm.
$9.99, $19.99, get yourself a nice taser.
Right. Yep.
Even
Yeah.
got the brand name. If you want me to give it out, I can give the brand name to look for.
Sure.
It's called Viper Tech, one word, VIPERTEK, Viper Tech. It says law enforcement, self-defense, or security. Made in China, but it works.
What is it? Viper TECH or TEK? Or
TEK.
TEC? Okay.
One word, all uppercase on the box, Viper Tech.
Okay.
And the one I always encourage, if somebody, I don't know what the prices exactly are now, but they've never been very expensive. They've been between $10, $20, $30.
Yep.
The best one to get is the one that's a little bit bigger. But if they go to grab it, it will also shock them because it has prongs down the sides. So
really? Yeah.
they have them in pink. They have them in different colors. My daughters and my mother, I think she even has one too. I have to ask her sometime. I think she has one, the pink one.
Right. Yep. Yeah, because I was gonna say I had have a black one. My friend was like, she came and showed me her pink one. She was all excited. I was like, oh my lord, you and your pink stuff. She's like,
Yeah.
she's like, I just have to have everything in pink. I'm like, I guess so. I'm like, now just wait for them to come out with the other color.
Yeah, exactly. I mostly just stay with the black, like
Mhm.
neutral colors.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I always
I also
like all
want to
my
recommend.
knives and stuff. I make sure are black. Like,
Yeah.
I literally probably got one knife that has a white handle.
Mhm.
And that's it. Everything else is black or black and red.
Yeah. Yeah, and the best pepper spray by far, and I've been through a lot of them,
Yeah.
is Sabry Red. Sabry
Yeah.
Red, it's 2 words, SABRE, and then red. And it feels like, because we had to get sprayed a lot in corrections for our yearly, annual, whatever's qualifications and stuff.
Yeah.
And when they let us use that, it feels like a bunch of fish hooks are yanking out your eyeball. It's like you
Oh, yeah.
cannot open your eyes for like a half hour. It's impossible. It feels like it
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've gone through that. It can be rough, that's for sure.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah.
I've been pepper sprayed before too. Not nice. You said saber red, SABRE.
Yes, Sabry Red, SABRE, and then the word red, RED. I've got the gel and the spray. We got all kinds.
Smart.
Yeah, it's good to have it.
Yeah.
Like I tell everybody, it's better to have something and never use it
Yeah,
than to not
exactly.
have it and need it.
Yep. Victor, do
Very
not be
true.
sad about it. I see the little frown face emoji next to the I never been pepper sprayed. You don't want to.
That's true.
That shit is not nice. I'll literally just talking about it, I could feel it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no fun.
Yep.
I've
Yeah.
never been tased before, though. I've never been tased with the taser. I don't know if anybody here has. I don't know what that feels like, but I've never been tased.
No, I came very close to it, but no, no. That's okay, Lala. You've been here, so you're forgiven.
Oh, hi, Lala.
I love Lala.
Terrence was sprayed in a crowd once before. It definitely is. Oh yeah, that was. I think the police actually used bear spray for riot control or crowd control.
Yep.
Am I right about that? I think so.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, they use the big containers. Hell yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I think spray's probably 20, 30 feet, the ones they use. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. But for us, it's illegal to carry those. Most states, it's that 2.5 ounce restriction.
Yeah.
You know,
We can have bear spray here because we have mountains, I assume, is the reason why. But I don't know. I guess, Arizona is probably one of the best states as far as everything goes, as far as self-defense laws and in your favor and everything else for the most part, I've heard.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have a permit to carry concealed there. It's constitutional carry, and then you have a lot more rights as a defendant to stand your ground.
Yeah.
And savory rented. That's right, FTK.
I'm having a cigarette real quick. That's why I'm on black screen, so don't mind me. I'm here
You're
listening, though.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I was like still looking up statistics, just reading some of the random ones, so you're good.
Yeah, FTK says there is a restriction on savory red gel in Massachusetts.
I figured. It's Massachusetts. It's like they have restrictions for literally everything.
Yeah. The list I looked at was huge. It would take me hours to go through each state and what the different laws are on each one. It's just,
Absolutely.
Actually, I just thought of something. I got an email from the U.S. Concealed Carry Association of America. I think on the map that they emailed me, and I screenshot it. I might send it to you if I find it to both you guys. Is it tells you what states they included not just firearms like they used to only include for concealed carry recipients, but they also included non-lethal like pepper spray, tasers, etc. So when I get that put together, I'll send that to you.
Right. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Wasn't thinking about that a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to post that in PNN's thing too, where everybody sees where the catchers are and that type of stuff. It'll be really helpful in that spot.
Yeah.
I have to go, folks. I really appreciate you guys. I'm glad I got to get one of your live streams.
I know, me too. Thank you. I appreciate
All right,
it.
Jeff. We'll see you later, man. Take care.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we're working on these 5 people, so keep your fingers crossed. And I may have to give one of them over to Steph or Jules or somebody that's willing to decoy this female pred that's going after a little boy. I have difficulties. I'm still learning myself the decoying thing. So we may have
message me or whatever. I'll help you.
I appreciate that. But we may have a catch tonight. If we think we are going to go live, we'll put it on the community page first. Say, hey, we got a catch. We're planning on going live at whatever time. And then if we go live, then that means we have a visual.
Right. That'll be awesome. Yeah, definitely.
Are you still working with 7, Jeff, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some things that he's been dealing with and I've been dealing with. Just we can't talk about just life in general. But we're ready to go now. We're all good.
Okay.
So.
Sounds good.
Good. That's definitely
so we
good.
can get better.
Exactly.
That's what we hope for.
Exactly. And nowhere else to go but up.
That's right. Yeah. All right, you guys. Oh, sorry.
You're fine, honey.
I was just saying bye and thank you. And that premiere is being edited right now. I know he's got the footage, and they went on that trip, obviously to Florida. It's Jay and everybody, and he's. I don't know if it's just him or him and Jay. I don't know who's all working on it, but
probably him and Jay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I did a screenshot put on the community page of they could actually get, even though we were still under a mask mandate then, we're not now.
Yep.
But you can still get a good look at the guy from the screenshot. But when the video goes up, I think I think people are really gonna appreciate it the way they're putting it together. I hope. I really do.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure. I'm sure you'll always get a few complaints about something, but
if
you ain't pissing off somebody, then you're not doing something right. So whatever.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, chat. I'll get out of here.
Bye,
right, we'll
Deb.
see you
Thank you
later.
for coming up, honey.
Thank you. Take care.
You
Mhm.
too. Well, it's nice.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this on here. There we go. I just figured I'd repost the stream link. But yeah, so that was good. At least now we're able to put in chat some of those names. Yeah, I was like still looking up, reading more of the statistics and stuff on children and stuff here. Like this one says the effects of child sexual abuse can be long lasting, which we know, and affect the victim's mental health. Victims are more likely than non-victims to experience the following mental health challenges: about 4 times more likely to develop symptoms of drug abuse, about 4 times more likely to experience PTSD as adults, and about 3 times more likely to experience a major depressive episode as adults.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I mean, it's like realistically, we knew there, we deal with those kind of unfortunate long lasting effects, but like to know the percentage is crazy, like that they're more likely to. Yeah, FTK, be careful driving because I see it coming down thick out the window out here, my living room window. I just made everybody be outside with me like 2 weeks ago because the snow was like we were about to get a foot, I think, but it was so nice that day.
Mhm.
Jeez, I gotta enjoy this while I can. Good thing we got out yesterday before it snowed like this again today. We'll probably get 3 inches, otherwise it would have stopped already.
Yeah, I've seen snow in April, like the last week in April one year. So it's always tricky. Did the groundhog see a shadow or no? I missed
Yeah,
that
they
day.
said 6 more weeks of winter.
Oh,
I'm like, it figures.
yeah. I don't keep up with Port Tuxtony Phil anymore.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Kim, PTSD, depression, and anxiety is absolutely terrible. It's not fun for sure. I definitely like some of the times when I go through a lot of it, it's like, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, you know? And I still get up to have to take care of my boys, you know what I mean? Gotta do what I gotta do. So that's why, like me and Variety were talking about, you just gotta put on a fake smile sometimes, fake it till you make it,
Mm.
you know?
I'm still waiting to make it,
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
mhm.
I'm still busy faking it,
Yeah.
but it's like, I'm just glad that, like, I at least have gotten to the point in my life where some things are enjoyable to me. You know what I mean? Like, I can find some things that make me happy as opposed to, how it used to be when it was like, I'd be looking around like, okay, yeah. Like people are like trying to make jokes, and I'm just like, ha, 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 you know?
Yep.
So,
That's very true,
mhm.
Very true. What are they doing up there in Minnesota? -9 wind chills? Hell no. Oh, forget that. That's
We had -2, and that was just, that was enough. They're like, yeah, like you couldn't be outside without, covering basically every inch of your body for more than like 10, 15 minutes. You get, my kids. Yeah, I was gonna say the kids have definitely hunted for Easter eggs in the snow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's for sure. I mean, I miss those days, with my
Mhm.
daughter. Um, you know, I do. I only had one child. Some people have, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is.
Yep.
But I miss those days. But I also like the quiet days that I have now.
Yep.
So
Yep. And I mean, it is tough too, because it's like a lot of people say, you get like having kids is frustrating, but it's so rewarding, and it's like when they're little, it can be tough, but you're like enjoying every second you can because, like I have my two daughters are adults now. They're 23 and gonna be 22 in April. And I'm just like, now I'm literally fully loving the boys being 6 and 7. And I'm like, don't grow up. Like you guys are just too little. Just don't do it. Just stay little forever. you know.
Yeah,
It's like,
that would be nice,
Mhm. Yeah, because like I miss when the girls were like, little, and I was able to pick their outfit, or like they had like when the girls were little, they had these Polly Pockets, and I could literally get them these Polly Pockets, and no lie, they would be in their bedroom or in the playroom playing with them for hours on end. I wouldn't hear a peep from them. My boys are like boys, they need their mama every 5 seconds. So it's like they're playing something. They're like, Mom, you got to come in here and play, And I'm like, oh, but then I'm also like, yeah, I'm going to enjoy this,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that when we change the clocks? Is this coming weekend, Saturday into
Yeah.
Sunday? Wow.
On Sunday, I think it's, you change the clock ahead.
Hmm.
I'm psyched for spring and warm weather. I cannot wait. Like all the snow out here was literally just melting. Like we probably had like a couple of random like big mounds of snow still left, but there wasn't anything on the ground. The mud was drying up, and today now we got freaking thick snow flurries coming down. I'm like, yeah, okay. This is definitely New England.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, congratulations, Julie's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I can't fathom in my mind of my daughter once she has a baby. But one positive thing with her is obviously a lot, few people that are close to me know that her birthday was last week and she turned 17. And even though she's in the 11th grade, she
Yeah.
graduates high school this year because she doubled up on her stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So this will be her last year of high
Mhm.
school. Couple months.
It is so like it's sad, but it's exciting. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God.
Hmm.
I will never forget, the girls being in high school and I'm like, they're gonna graduate? And I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I just hope she don't pick a college that's like freaking $40,000 a
Yeah,
year or
right.
something like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to like be like, what's next for me, man? What's the next card I'm gonna get dealt
Yeah,
in my hand,
exactly. Like I love
Mm-hmm.
you, but that's it's gonna take me the rest of my entire life to pay this off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
definitely know that feeling.
yeah.
Let's see. I try to keep screenshotting some of these so I can I should just look them up on this phone after so I can like post them on the community page.
Yeah. I should have did some notes this week myself. I had a few things on my brain that I can't remember now specifically, so I got
Mhm.
to start writing things down during the week,
Yeah, I
so I
gotta do
remember.
them. Yep.
Hmm.
That's what I was saying. I mean, I started doing some of the research and stuff like weeks ago. And it's like chicken scratch, you know what I mean? Just like making notes or whatever on a paper. So I was like, okay, let me just make this a little neater, like certain things of information, like phone numbers or websites or, some of the statistics. And I'm like, I gotta like sit down and write. If I write something like that, making messy notes of it, I
Hmm.
won't I won't look at it again unless I rewrite it so it looks neat.
Hmm.
Everything I write has to look neat if I'm gonna be reading it again, So um I couldn't stand to look at it earlier. I was like, no.
I see Spider-Man just went live with cast number 49, so anybody that didn't see the notification, go show him some love over there.
Oh yes, please. I didn't see that.
You know, I'm gonna pull it up on my laptop and just take a peek. It started
Yeah,
5 minutes ago. Let me
please do.
all right, just in the car sitting talking right now.
Oh yes, okay.
Yesterday's was good, the McDonald's encounter, but then you had that
Yeah.
bystander that, and my stance is always don't let bystanders get involved, because if they do something to the pred, you can be held liable for that. Because if it wasn't for you having the pred come to that spot, he would have never been there.
Right, or the bystander wouldn't have known.
Yeah, you know, and it's
Like
just
that's
like,
why
to
I was
me,
like, I typed in, I was like, stand in between them, Cam. You know.
now somebody's writing now somebody's writing in his chat, Variety brought me in.
Yep.
My name is everywhere. Everybody knows Variety. If you ain't seen Variety TV, you ain't been around, man. You know? hmm
Yep.
Oh boy. Gotta love it. You know?
Yep. Well, that's good though. At least they're giving you credit for them showing up.
Yeah, it's all good, you know.
Yep. It is definitely good.
hmm
So yeah, Julies, you must be excited. Your first grandbaby. I'd be stoked. It's like I keep telling my daughter, I'm like, now that you're married,
Yeah,
you
Julie.
know,
Is it your son or your daughter that had the baby?
my
No,
oh,
Julie.
I was like,
Was it
not mine.
her son or her daughter-in-law?
Terrence. Variety is famous. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah. I try to stay humble like JDQ, you know.
Yes,
Um
absolutely.
the best that I can, you know. And that was a treat getting a stream from him this morning, but it was just a little too early for me because I wasn't fully up and had my coffee yet.
Yep.
Because I enjoy Jorge's streams. I
I
do.
know. Me too. Every
And
time.
and I knew it was him when I seen you know, because I only saw the thumbnail and I saw reviews, this and that, and I only seen like there was 100 people in there. I said, this has got to be Jorge. This can't be Alex
Yeah.
on here.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, every time I
So,
see the word review in his stream on my notifications, I'm like, yep, it's definitely JDQ.
mm-hmm.
You know, he's such a good
Abs-
shit. I adore him. I adore him.
Absolutely. Yeah, I gotta meet up with him soon. He's about an hour and a half from me.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, yeah, because he's on the West Coast, I'm on the East Coast, but
Yep.
it's like me going to like Disney. You know, Disney's
Right.
about an hour and 20 minutes from me. So,
Yep.
um,
That's awesome.
yeah. So in the next few months, I'm gonna go over that way, get a room for the night and visit a few people. Um,
That'll be a good idea.
yeah, and just make a good day of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know
Yep.
Jay was out his way a couple of times, like I think over last summer. Um and he was gonna bring JDQ on a catch, but JDQ was also dealing with his dad was sick and stuff. So he didn't get to meet up with Jay and go on a catch, but he's like, I definitely want to soon. I'm like, that would be so dope.
Absolutely.
Terrence. He
Absolutely.
probably was. He probably was. I'm
Let me
like
scroll up
literally
in this chat.
infatuated with my friggin' Gordon Flowers hoodie, dude. Like, not even exaggerating. I have not, like, every time I've worn a sweatshirt, it's been this one since I got it. The inside is so freaking soft. It's
I heard
ridiculous.
that. Yeah, I heard they're very soft. A
It's,
lot of
oh my
people said
God.
that.
And I got a medium, and I was like, because I never ordered from that site, so I wasn't really sure if it was going to be like, the true to size or whatever. But it's like perfect. It's actually perfect. It's just slightly bigger on me, like how I want it. You know what I mean? It's not fitted or whatever. So I'm
hmm
like, I'm going to be ordering another one, Alex. Don't worry, because I'm going to wear this one out. So
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely worth it for sure. He's
Do you
like,
dry your clothes or do you air dry them?
no, I put them in the dryer.
Okay.
Yep. So it's been fine since. So, um, like sometimes, like when I first get like a hoodie or something like that, depending on like the material that the beard is on here, it's like
Mhm.
kind of like feels a little like a plasticky type, like an iron-on type of thing. So what I do is that's because it's not Jay, it's Jay's cousin. What I do is I turn it inside out and then I'll dry it, put it in the dryer, and that way it won't melt it. So other than turning it inside out, I wash it all the same. So, but
Yeah.
I think we do need
Absolutely.
a biscuit t-shirt, Terrence. I agree with that. We definitely do.
Mhm. And
Yes.
also a shirt with a manhole reference. Um,
Yeah.
you know.
Dead twist, yes. I have literally I got I did it to JDQ's when I got his too. But I got 3 of them from JDQ. I have one of his very first original hoodies when he first did his merch. And then when he first did the just don't quit symbol, and then the one from now with the diamond and the rough thing. Um and I love them. They're amazing. I still literally rock all those hoodies. My PP Mass hoodie is still so freaking comfortable. And I'm like, dude, I've had it for so long. The letters and stuff are starting to wear off, because I wash them religiously. But so it's like it doesn't help. But it's like that was my favorite hoodie, for the longest time. Now this is like the softest. So but yeah, I get infatuated with them. If they're really soft on the inside, I can't help myself. I'll live in it for, the next couple of months until I buy another new favorite hoodie, you
Mhm.
know?
Now with the weather warmer, the warmer weather coming, it'll be like a more of a nighttime,
Yep.
thing. Obviously, you wear it a little bit less, but just
Right.
like me, I wear this Arrow pastel sweatshirt like
Up.
pretty
Yep.
much every day because it's an overcoat basically.
Yep. Yeah, I have. So like when it gets warm out, I have like the hair heating and air conditioning systems in my house. So
Mhm.
I usually keep it pretty cold in my house because I wear my hoodies. But when I go outside with the kids, obviously, like I'm just either in a t-shirt or a tank top. I don't wear my hoodie outside unless it's like cold out.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah, at
do.
night is when I start rocking them even more in the summer.
Yeah, I do that even inside with the air conditioner because sometimes it gets, too chilly and you
Yeah.
gotta throw something on. So,
Right.
you know,
I
you can
gotta
always
have.
put it on, you can't take it off.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You
I had
can, but it wouldn't look right.
I had said I needed to get like um I gotta get a CC unit hoodie and a Musa hoodie.
Yeah.
Like a Musa fries hoodie. I was gonna get a fried pickles one, but I'm like, oh, I really like the Gordon Flowers one, so always a variety.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like I always say, you could put stuff on, but you can only take so much off.
Yep.
So that's why I'll wear like three shirts, in case you have to. Like go back to
Right.
the days of when we were doing bad things and you got locked up and you were thrown in a holding cell where the air conditioner is freaking 10 degrees
Yep.
and you're in a t-shirt, man, and you had to sit in
Exactly.
there for 13 hours.
Yeah, it's just
Oh
cold.
my God. You
It
would
is
pull your
so
arms
cold.
in your sleeves and you'd be like this for 13 hours.
Mhm.
It's so always wear more because you could take one off if you have to.
Very, very true. I have to be that way because I'm like, that's getting too damn cold. Like,
Hmm.
my mom used to crack jokes at me all the time. Like, I used to wear like my hoodies and stuff in the and sweatpants in the summertime because I'm just always cold. I had
Mhm.
like really low iron. Um, so like I would get super cold and it's like, yeah, I look like a weirdo out here in the summertime wearing hoodies and sweatpants, but like at least I'm 10 times warmer, like than bringing like a blanket, like 4th of July, we go watch fireworks at the park and I'm like, yeah, I have to have on a hoodie and sweatpants with like another pair of sweatpants underneath and I bring a blanket. My mom's like, I'm literally embarrassed going in public because you just always got like 8 layers on. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Terrence, so much for coming. We
Yeah.
appreciate you so much. We're going to be ending soon anyway, so I have to go
Yep.
get the kids off the bus. So
Absolutely. Have a good day,
definitely
Terrence.
appreciate you coming for sure.
Hmm.
You guys all rock for coming in and supporting us and listening to us, chatting away for a while. I'm glad, like, I was able to like look up some of those statistics. So I think that was like good. And your video was great. Like, I think it
Mhm.
helps, like, kind of giving everybody a chance to hear, other sides of things. And, so
Absolutely.
we'll have to, and when we end stream or whatever, we'll have to chat and look up some stuff and bring it in for next week. That would
Yeah.
be really cool. I think it helps, breaks the ice for some of the people, that like, or even us when we're sitting up here, so
Hmm.
I think
Yeah,
it's
we could
good.
do a better job at communicating throughout the week. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and luckily you don't mind listening to the kids. I didn't all last week. Noah had been hadn't had issue with he had a infected tooth.
Yeah.
Well, his gums or whatever. He had like an abscess or whatever, but he had an infection. So he was up like 2 nights in a row. Me trying to beg him to go into I even brought him over to the dentist and he would not go inside. I had to pick him up out of the car seat.
Wow.
Not yesterday, the day before, and like just physically bring him in because he was freaking out. He didn't want to go in. And
Hmm.
he's like, I don't want them to pull it. I'm like, well, I mean, let's be honest. It's much better than staying up all night. Like, it's been 2 days, bro. The both of us are exhausted, like, it's got to get taken care of. But so they gave him the antibiotics because they can't, like, pull it that day. They have to give him antibiotics with an infection. And then got him an appointment to get his tooth pulled, thankfully. So it'll make it a hell of a lot easier, But
Hmm.
I like felt so bad. So it was like back and forth too, because he was getting a fever because the tooth pain was so bad. So I just like felt bad. So I was literally like barely in streams, and well, last week was definitely chaotic for sure. But now that he's better and he's back in school, it'll be a lot easier for this week. So like I just finally had talked to Blue too. I haven't talked to her. Literally like maybe a month because I've been so busy with the kids and stuff going on here. So, and we were like still full on talking at like 12:40. So I was like, I gotta go soon. She's like, no problem.
Hmm. My bad. I'm reading people's survivor stories on Discord right now. Stuff that I didn't see prior.
Yeah.
They don't have it's not a recognizable named person, but
Right.
I'm just reading different stories about because like I said, some people would be willing to open up about things, and some people are going to take it to the grave with them.
Yes. Yep.
So
Absolutely. And that's why, like we said before, that's always, their decision, when they're ready and, so.
Yeah, but we'll always be here, and if we don't have somebody to come up, we'll be talking about what we. It's just tough, like say last week when it was just me, and I'm
Right.
trying to think of things to come up with. It was
Yep.
it was a little bit rough, but when you're up here with me, we could bounce things off of each other.
Right, exactly. Because I mean, then we're both there to, actually hold a conversation. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's definitely different having two people up, up here as opposed to just one.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, I'm putting on my coat to go out and get the wee ones, but I thank you guys so much for coming and for sitting through and listening to us and
Yeah.
all the statistics and all that fun stuff. And the video, which again was amazing. Maybe we could find some more for next week and, just have some. But I'll make sure I message you after we get off live so we can chat and figure it out.
Yeah, we could always pop up. There's always videos that we could find. I'm
Yep.
just trying not to make it feel like a meeting to
Right.
everybody. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like
I mean, that's it.
you
I don't think we do. I think, like a lot of people have said, we genuinely talk, it's not like we talk about everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't leave it to just those two things. Like, yeah, the channel is surrounded, based by that, but we literally just let people talk about whatever, or we talk about whatever. I think it helps kind of open up the doorway for people, and their comfort zone. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me pull up the stream so I can drop down so you can do your outro. Let me see what we got here. Where's our stream?
I appreciate you guys so much for coming, and we'll definitely see you all next week.
Yeah.
And we will be putting some stuff up on the community page. So, if anybody has anything that they either want to come up or wants to bring up, by all means, please message us and let us know on Instagram or in Discord. So,
Yeah, let me write my IG in the chat.
yeah.
My
Yeah, 'cause I think
IG
I'll have to put mine in
is
here.
John 69. Now, if you just request me and I don't know the name, I'm not going to accept the request. Like I said this in the past, write me a message and let me know somewhat who you are first. At the same time, so I kind of have an idea of who you are, because I just don't hit accept for everybody. I keep my
Right.
circle small, and there's a lot of people that try to use social media to gain information on people. Like I have people request me on Facebook. I'm like, I've
Right,
never
like,
seen
who
this
are
name
you?
before. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't need followers. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
whatchamacallit, But if
Yeah.
you're good people, I will definitely hit the accept request. But Jules, I will
Yeah.
talk
Thank
to you
you.
soon.
Yep.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for coming, and I'll see everybody next week.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right, see you later.